Hello, you all, and today what we want to talk about is we're going to plant these potato heads I cut off from tubers I actually cooked recently and they were growing. We're going to plant string beans, we're going to plant cucumbers. The same spot where I planted the orange tree the other day, where I've been preparing it for planting cucumbers and string beans and any other little thing. It's the bottom garden. So I'm going to plant other things because it's wet time now, where we're getting a lot of moisture in the soil. And in the tropics here, you will always get a little sunlight, so the things will grow as long as they're in a good spot. Although I still have a lot of tall trees shadowing the garden areas, I still have to plant because it's what I do. But what else I want to talk about? We're going to the ocean shortly because I just acquired some equipment. It's what I'm filming with now. That will make it hands-free while I'm at the ocean. See? And that is necessary because when you're out there, you have to be using your hands. You can't be having any filming device in your hand. I have a head harness and I have a chest harness for my smartphone, and it can be augmented as well to use for a GoPro in the future. So we have our gloves here. I'm going to do some weeding while using the head and chest cam. So we'll be able to test it out because it's going to take some practice for me to be able to use these things properly. And that's no problem. So I have here my life jacket ready for the ocean. I bought a brand new rain cloak. That's necessary as well out there. And we're practically ready. What I'll have to do, because I don't have my vehicle ready as yet, the teach will have to come and pick me up. So I'll have to pay him some extra money for gas and such, and his time. He'll have to leave home earlier, come and pick me up and take me to the ocean, and then when we come back in the evening, he'll take me back home. But I really need to go. It's like I'm getting seasick now. Pertaining to I'm not being able to go there, and I'm really missing the ocean. I'm not able to go there the way I'm used to go and explore, experiment, and to catch some fish. So let's go down to the garden now, where we will test these equipments. We will do some weeding. I'll show you what I've done so far, and then we'll do some weeding and preparation, and then we'll plant some string beans, cucumbers, and whatever else the spirit tells us. So let's go. So here's the head harness for the cell phone. This is the chest. And both civil, up or down, back or forward. So they will be good to use in the ocean. And I'm supposed to get a tripod selfie stick as well shortly, so I can get better angles when I'm filming like this. So here's the orange plant I got in the vision of the plant, and then I planted it here, one here, I'm supposed to plant another one. Down there, I've been cleaning up since the other day and planting pieces of bamboo for trellises. To use as trellises for the cucumber and string bean. I'm going to plant these potatoes I cut off from tubers I cooked in the kitchen. I'm going to just put them somewhere in the garden for them to grow. So how I'll do it, like I'll do one cucumber, then a string bean, then a cucumber, and so on. So I did all of this since the other day. I dug the rows, I softened up the rows. These vines, the tubers are in the ground, so they're going out. I'll have to dig them out periodically, bit by bit, dig the tubers out from the ground. So what I did, I forked up the rows, and I drove in the pegs, then I put both goat and chicken manure on each row. I did some barricading here. I'll show more of that momentarily, but I showed some of that in previous videos where I drove pegs, because I live on a slope. When you're on a sloped area, you can still make flat beds by driving pegs across and then putting some kind of material, wood or bamboo or something else, even board or even galvanized zinc, and then you dig your beds that will be contained by that structure. So I have at least 2 more rows to dig here, and those pegs are all of those pegs came from the top garden where I did tomatoes earlier in the year. There were trellises for tomato plants, so I reused them down here, and I'm going to weed up all of down here, and we're going to plant some stuff, because I even want to plant some cassava. I hadn't planted much of that for a long time, and I'll have to finish my bottom fence. Most of those raft lots and posts are gooseberry, because I had big gooseberry trees down here which I had to trim. I still have branches on them to trim, and even this guinea tree right here, it has fruit on it now. I'll have to take this branch off. This and a gooseberry tree as well. That branch, I'll have to take that off the guinea tree and that off the gooseberry tree. I'm going to put a yam that I have in a pot up there, because I put a little piece of yam in the pot earlier in the year and it grew, it sprouted. I'm going to put that yam right there and then put a piece of bamboo for it to climb up in the tree, and we'll do that together. See, I weeded up already. I have some Cantonese or Malaysian bird pepper, which is a chili, a small chili. They are very small. I have some of them growing up down here, and I just left them because I use them. I even make pickle with them. Sometimes when I go out, this is the purple type. I think after it turns purple, then it gets red. See, looking purple now. So they're getting ready, and they're very small. Cut them compared to the size of my hand. But if you're not careful and you use like 3 or 4 of these in your meal, it will be too spicy for the kids. So this Sometimes it's a very hot pepper and it's medicinal as well. And I have different varieties here. It's called the bird pepper because they heat it and they disperse the seeds all over. So sometimes you don't even have to plant any. As long as you have a garden area that you keep clean and planted, the birds will do the job. So let's test out the chest cam and the head cam and see how good I can get with them to provide more quality videos for you, my beloved viewers. So stay tuned. I will highlight what camera I'm using at each point. So now I'm using chest cam. I have here a bucket to put the rocks in that I dig out of the soil. I have a sledgehammer to drive in the pegs, and I have my gloves on, and I have a pitchfork which I'll dig the soil with. So chest cam, maybe I need to stabilize it a little more because the shaking, I can keep it more firmly to my chest. I just chest strap with the back strap. So I did. I take the rocks out. I think it's best I adjust the angle a little bit higher. So what I'm doing now is going to require a lot of jerking and shaking, so I don't think the chest cam is quite adequate for filming at this point. I need a tripod setting or something else. Let's try head cam. So now I'm using head cam at a wide angle. Let's see what we'll get. I think it will need to pivot a little bit more. I didn't mark the angle, and when I was explaining the equipment earlier, I did move the settings, so I'll have to find it again. Pick up the rocks. I think this will be the equipment I use mostly at sea, the head cam. As long as I find the right angle, right setting, then I want you to see what I see. When I find the right setting again, I will just have to mark it so I can really find it when I'm ready to film. First person view. I want you to see everything when I'm baiting the hook to when I'm pulling dinner out of the water. See all these limestone rocks, and all of them will be used I like the idea of them being here in the soil because I have great use for them. And I'm not scared to dig them out. This trench here was made by water brought by Hurricane Ian that came down through there. This is a bed I actually was making from last year August. This barricade was made for a bed from last August and I didn't get to finish the bed. Digging it up, there's a lot of limestone rocks in that part. I have to dig it up till it take out the rocks and make that bed. I was going to plant vegetables in there and I will do it. Even health and strength and everything else needed. I will do it. Because yeah, I'm planting some vegetables in the bottom garden now. It's my obsession, so I will just continue planting as long as I have the necessary conditions. Good rainfall and enough sunlight and everything that I'm planting. I will plant even when there is not the perfect condition. I will plant because it's my obsession. It's a good obsession, I think. So when I finish that bed, then no more water will come through here. I'll be able to channel the water down that way through the middle of the garden. So let's finish digging these 2 rows, one here and one can go here, and then we'll put in our bamboo trellises. So let's get some goat manure. From the old goat pen, I'm going to eventually turn into farm storage space. I'm using the chest cam. I'll have to dig some more from the other section because I'm running out over here. And this is actually roughage left from sifting goat manure to make potting soil. The advantage with the chest cam is that you can actually adjust it at any time because you can see the screen in front of you. some bucket. You'll have to dig some from the next section behind us. From here. There's more manure in there and there. Because it was 4 compartments for goats. As well as another large section in front that got damaged a long time ago. Got destroyed a long time ago. This one had many goats a lot. Maybe one day I will again. Given the balanced routine and structure that can be created on this homestead, bit by bit, by landscaping and planning. I think I'll try to scrape some out from this section to fill this bucket. Yeah, it can be done. I love this, is great fertilizer. Organic fertilizer. So I'm striving to live more organically, less chemicals, preservatives. All of the bad things that are out there. All that is not natural. All that is not practical for sustainability. So now I have these 2 buckets of goat manure. I need 2 buckets of chicken's manure, as I normally put 1 to 1 in each row because they're about the same length and same size. You can see that my rubber band fell off. See? Just digging this 1 row made this whole bucket of rocks. So now coming there on. That's where Will came home from school. He was up by his cousin's house, but now he's calling me. I don't know what he needs. I'll have to see. So I'm pouring in. Yeah, come here, come to you. One moment. So I'm pouring in 1 bucket of goat manure in this row. I'm going to see what he needs and get back. So it turns out I only have this amount of chicken manure left that is fermented. All the rest is fresh. It would be now that I would be needing like the van to go and get some. But I have to use what I've got. So we have 2 rows left here. I already put 1 bucket of goat manure on this one that we just dug. I'm going to put half of this chicken's manure on it. And then the other half will be for the other row. Alright, that will do. So now we're going to get the pegs, and even though the soil is well saturated, in order to drive them in the ground, you could get some extra water to pour where you're driving them in, so they will go down easier. Alright, I have my sledgehammer. I'm going to pick 1 tall one for a cucumber, which I'll start with at the top. Spaced about evenly from the next row. So I'll drive it in. Let's pivot this chest cam upward. And that's the advantage with the chest cam. You can adjust it readily because you can see the screen in front of you in your chest. So that's 1 for a cucumber and 1 short one for a string bean. I'm putting them about like 2 or 2.5 feet apart, depending on the gradient of the row. Yeah, that will have to be for now. 1 tall one for another cucumber. About 2 to 2.5 feet apart, and I try to do them offset between the rows. I don't want them to fall in the same line coming downwards this way, only going diagonally across. Okay, now we need another tall one, another short one for string bean, and then another tall one for cucumber, and then another short one for more string bean, and maybe another one for cucumber, tall one. I'm not sure. Let's see. And this plant here is turmeric. That's what it looks like. Okay, one short one here, a string bean. One tall one for cucumber. And then another tall one. No, getting it wrong again. One short one for string bean. And I always try to leave one central walkway. I can come down through the garden here, then I can go between the beds if necessary. Between the rows rather, if necessary. Let this string bean post in. It broke. It went deeper. Rotten in it. But it will lower a string bean plant, or if it doesn't, then I'll just have to drive another post in, another peg in beside it, and then mount the string bean on that without moving the one that is already there. That was what I said. Okay, perfect. I calculated the right amount. So let's see what we did from a distance off. So take one dirty glove off. Alright. Cucumber, string bean, cucumber, string bean, cucumber, string bean, cucumber. I don't know why the camera is jittering like that. Oh, it's trying to focus. Now, I'm going to do one last row, and I have decided to put a small barricade here to keep in the soil, because I even have my lime plant here, and I don't want the soil or things from the garden area up here to seep down onto it. I like to try, you have to try to control the soil. So what I'll do, I'll use these pegs here. I'll put one here in the ground, and this will go against it to create the barrier, and I maybe put something else if it's not high enough. So let's put my glove back on. Get my sledgehammer, and if you are driving pegs in the ground, you can do it even when time is dry, because what you can do is make a small hole and then pour water in it, so it will soak straight down. There are not any rocks or anything to obstruct it. That post will go in the ground. So one peg there, I'll drive it in a bit more later. And then one will go here, just to make that other row. I think I put some water in them, dry them down. And I put another one in the middle for added strength. Right there. Then I'll dig this other row, take the rocks out, manure, drive in my pegs, my trellises, and then we can plant our string bean. And so this is where I'd gotten to. I made the barrier. I need to put one more peg there because I put 2 pieces of bamboo under the piece of wood. And one is braced by this and that. I need to put one more peg there to brace that one. And mosquitoes, it's their time now because it's way down in the evening. It's 5:20 now in the evening here in Jamaica. The mosquitoes are biting. The rain has been falling for a long time, since Hurricane Ian and such. So what I did was to roll up dried banana leaves. This one went out because I put the mulch on it too quickly. And then roll them up tightly, dried banana leaves off the banana plant. Then I roll them up tightly and lit them. Then when they started blazing, I put the mulch, like the weeds I rooted up from the garden, over it. And it's a good thing they have the moisture as well, it will burn longer. So it will burn kind of like a coal kiln. This one I need to relight because what I have to do first, when you're making Farmerman mosquito repellent like that, first you have to test the direction the wind is going in. I normally turn my lighter up and then do like that, so I see that it's going that way before. And it was coming further this way when I lit that fire at first, and then it changed direction. So that's why I'm lighting this one, so I can get some smoke on me here to finish this row, last row. So it's late in the evening now, so what I will do, why I am really striving to plant today is because I'm using a app, an online farmer's app. I'll show you it. And it governs planting by the moon, by the positioning of the moon, which governs the growth of plants and many other things, reproduction and such. And what the app is saying is that today, the 6th of October, 2022 is ideal for planting above ground vine plants, vine plants that will bear fruit or whatever above ground. Like for instance, cucumber, it bears above ground, and string bean as well is a vine plant that does bear above ground as well. So let's see if we can get this Farmerman destroyer going, Farmerman mosquito repellent, because it went out and the mosquitoes are still biting. It's stubborn because it has a lot of green ones in there that are not dry. But it has some level of fuel in there. I've discovered banana leaves, so it will blaze eventually. Just have to get some here. I have to let it blaze longer than I did at first before putting the wet mulch on it. So I will finish this row this evening, and then tomorrow is another prescribed planting day by the app, so we might just plant in the morning early. So see you later, see you in the morning. So hello you all. Now it's the next day, Friday the 7th of October 2022, and the sky is heavily cloudy. I need to go down to the garden now. I've been busy since morning. I need to go down now and finish our video and plant our string bean and cucumber. But first I'm going to show you something. I actually set up a pair of the Siamese fighter. I put a female with him in earlier days, and he damaged her really bad. You have to know the process of breeding the Siamese fighters, but I used a different method now and introduced another female to him, and hopefully it will happen because he is making nests. I'll show you what's going on. So I'm in my son's unfinished room where I have some aquarium stones. All of them are being like guppies. Bloody red, Santa Claus guppies are in there. Bloody red, mostly bloody red. I have a pet turtle in here, and amazingly he's in here with the fish and he don't eat them. They are his friends. And when I had him in earlier years, he used to feed him with the fish and he'll eat them, but he doesn't eat them anymore. As long as you feed him, he doesn't eat fish. Unless like I go to the ocean and I have fish and I have small ones, I'll clean it up and give it to him, and he knows. He seems to be intelligent somehow. Animals are. So what I did is a piece of plastic floating. You notice those bubbles? It's a nest he had been building because he was encouraged by the female being in there. She was in this jar in the water beside him for like a few days, like 2 days. So he couldn't get to her, but he could be courting, where we'll do a dance and making the nest. So hopefully now I give them some privacy. They will mate, where the male will wrap his body around the female and squeeze her up to the top of the water, and then the eggs will fall out. The male will pick them up and put them in the nest by using the same bubbles, and the male is the one who will take care of them for about 3 days until they hatch. And then you have to take the female out because she will definitely destroy the eggs. She'll eat them, but the male is the one who takes care of them, and sometimes the male will eat the eggs as well, depending. You have to make sure they're well fed and things like that before you set them up. I shouldn't have really bred them, bringing them here. After bringing them here in such a short time, I should have let them get used to the surroundings first, for maybe like a 2 or 3 weeks, and then, but I'm trying. I remember the one that the male damaged earlier, she died. I medicated her, but she was badly damaged. And I have 2 more left here. I brought 4 females, so I have 3 left. That one, I'll show you them from sideways. They are now well colored up because they are getting more comfortable now. And they are not, they are a pale color like when they just came here in the recent video. This one. And they have a lot of eggs. Especially this one. Notice her stomach. Heavily extended, all that is head. So hopefully these will spawn and we'll see some eggs in that nest shortly. So now we're going down to the garden to finish preparing and then planting our string bean and cucumber. This is where we're gotten to. We need to finish this bed, finish parking it up, this row, taking out the rocks, putting in some manure, and then driving in those pegs, and we're ready to plant. Because see, the sky, there is even a drizzle going on. I'm not sure when the rain will come down. But in any case, I will have to do my best to plant all those seeds today. Maybe we'll have to just even do it and then I'll finish this part after. But let's see what we can do. First, the mosquitoes are biting. I'll have to get some dried banana leaves to make Farmer Man mosquito repellent. And you can use this at the ocean as well. Sometimes you're at the seaside doing shore fishing also, and the mosquitoes start up and you just have to make a small fire and put some green bushes onto it. Ouch. You know what I just came up against? Stinging nettle. That will burn. Here it is. Stinging nettle plant. Ouch. Starting to get worse. Ouch. I have to maybe get some hydrocortisone cream on this. Ouch. Doesn't help to rub or scratch it. It'll just get worse. I think I'll do this one. Now let's do that lighter test. Mosquitoes are even biting me in my face. So the wind is blowing that way. So we'll have to do one somewhere down here. And leave this piece of wood. Ouch, that burns. Stinging nettle. Itching really bad. Getting red, see? Put my gloves on. The rain is drizzling even a little more. No. Don't know if you can see the drops on the camera. Let's get some mulch on this fire so it won't all burn out. I'm using head cam at this time. Let's get some from up here. Smoking those mosquitoes out of here. I couldn't do anything with them biting. I tell you, they were terrible. So we got a little smoke now. We can start killing the soil. So the rain is coming down right away. We finished just in time. So we've planted our cucumber and string beans garden now. So may the cosmos bless it to be fruitful and inspiring. So here I have some hash. I'm giving each plant 1 handful of hash. At least each trellis, each root 1 handful. So folks, it's your bro Big Kid saying happy gardening, happy fishing, peace, love and prosperity and goodwill. See you later.